Hello, Alice for AFP. Laurent, can you please tell us about the group that will start tomorrow, especially for Grich and Mael, who had a problem at the thigh? Hello, before I talk about the group, before talking about winning or losing, I want to give a message to our opponent today because I heard there was a bus accident, the coach accident. I want to send them a message of support because beyond football and beyond winning or losing, health is so important. Health is number one. I heard they canceled their training, and I hope they're okay, and I hope they will be okay tomorrow. And it will be a pleasure to meet them tomorrow. About the group, yes, actually, today I was smiling because the 23 players were there at the beginning of the session, and I'm happy that Grich is able to run without any pain. That's already a very positive point. And the same for Maël, who had quite a lot to do against the English players. There was a lot of interventions and shocks. Everything good so far. Siani. Hello, Laurent. Hello, Grace. Laurent, a little question. If Grace is here, because she'll be a captain tomorrow, Grace, could you please tell me about the last few days and about the match against England and against Wales now? How do you feel? I will start. Hello. Yeah, we feel good. We were able to rest and recover. Yes, within in this match there was a lot to do. It was a very intense game. It was important to rest and recover and take some care and to be ready for tomorrow's game. Well, about the first question, I saw a lot. There was a good sense of observation. You are clever. Yes, because of I think that you anticipated things, you understood a lot of things. Grace will be captain tomorrow. Hello, Sasha for Groupe Ebra. Grace, I have a question for you. So you're going to celebrate your 100 selection with your the other players. We've seen the video today. What does it mean for you, this new stage? And Laurent, what does it mean to have such selected players in the team? It's true. I've celebrated this with the group this morning. We've already celebrated that against England. It was important to celebrate this 100 selection. Yes, I'm very proud because when I came to the French team in 2017, I was very young. Decisions go very fast, time flies. And you know, when I think 100 matches, 100 games, it's amazing. That's very important. I've really matured, I've really grown, and now it's really a great opportunity to be part of this adventure with the team. And it's always a pleasure with them. I really enjoy being on the pitch, and it's a joy. And I want to evolve, I want to grow, I want to continue to grow, and I want to be there for the young generation and to show my experience. To answer your question, yes, it's important to have a balance in a group between experienced players and young players who want to learn. And it's good that they can challenge our leadership sometimes. And when it comes to the selection, I want to congratulate Grace. 100 games, it's amazing. She's becoming very famous. It's a recognition when it comes to the French Federation and for the French football as well, because this is a result of a continuity, of a professionalism. And she's a player who gives out a lot for her own club, or as well for her own country. And when you know the type of seasons they have, the type of injuries they have, it shows that they are very, very steady and stable. Grace has a lot of talent on the pitch and outside the pitch. She's very professional, and this is why she's got to 100 games. Hello to you both from West France. Katoto was saying after the game that it will be very hard to select 11 players, you know. So Laurent, how hard it is to make the selection to to select it, to choose the players. And Grace, what is your experience within the group that there is an uncertainty all the time? Yes, it was difficult already to select 23 players. And, it's even harder for 11 players. For this group, I wanted a lot of forwards. Yes, seven forwards plus one, another one. And when you have only five changes of substitutions in a game, you know that you cannot use them all. At the same time, it's a strength because they all have different qualities. When it comes to strength, speed, and technicality, they're very complementary. And there were three forwards last time. I'm not sure it will be the same, but they know that they have to be ready, and it will not always be the same trio. When it comes to forwards, they have to play different scenarios and combinations. It depends on the opponent. It depends on the state of us, the shape we are, how good we are. But, I know that the players put aside their own egos and they are playing for the collective. So I don't feel guilty because I think, oh, I'm going to put one on the bench. I'm going to have one which is going to be a holder. No, not at all. I'm look at the instant moment. I look at the present game. I think of the future games, and I want them to be as competitive as possible. Okay. Laurent, you did launch. Alice, she's very young. She was in the deep waters straight away. If Alice cannot play, will you have the same approach with Tiniba of Melouane, who are very young as well? With Melouane? Yes, when I chose to integrate them in this group, some people were surprised, but I did think that they had the capacity to be there, to have an amazing performance. They already in their own clubs. Tiniba has been officially with us, and this is why for with Switzerland and Iceland and Brazil, I gave them a lot of time in the game because it's my role to prepare them, not so that they have to land there and play against England like that. They already had experience. And it was the same with Greech. I am not worried at all. I'm extremely confident in all the players, whether they are experienced, whether they are young, whether they are forward, midfielder, or defender, or goalkeeper. I have complete confidence in their capacity. However, people can make mistakes. We know that. Whether they are young or experienced, it does happen. It does happen, you know. But if they are confident and we give them confidence and they are supported by other more experienced players such as Grace, they will play their own style. And the worst would be if they play in a fearful way and they'll be afraid to do wrongly. No, I encourage them to play. It's okay to make mistakes sometimes. Alice was great against England. Sylvie? Hello, Laurent. Sylvie Lolives. Against Wales, you'll have a completely different team. It's not England. So, what does it make as a difference? How does it make things different when it comes to forwards, different profiles? What can we expect from you when it comes to your offensive? Well, they have nothing to lose. Is the first Euro, the Welsh team, and they did very well in Sweden against Sweden. They are able to do 5-4-1 with a median block, and as well they come out very clean in a clean way. If they're not under pressure, and they can really surprise you, I believe, especially when in depth. So let's be very careful. We need to be very focused, and we need to play as if we would play against England, as if we would play in a final, because every game is difficult, is tough. We must not fall into the trap that, oh, we won against England and we okay, and that the Welsh team is a small team. No, if the Welsh team is here, we have to recognize them. Julian, please. Hello for Radio France. A question for you both. Clara Matteo, came on last game, a double project, and is quite rare for professional players. They work at the same time. So what is your approach for this? What is your view? Is it something normal for you? Please let me answer before Grace. Yes, she has a double project, but she's not the only one. And a good example is Grace as well, because Grace has several projects. She does other things and other players as well. Selma Basha has an association for children. You know, they all have other activities and they keep them busy. And that helps them to come out of this pressure of football, come out from this daily football routine, because it's good. If you're too much into the football, it's like you can be neurotic about it. It's good to do other things, and you need to evolve. To evolve well, you need to evolve well in your own life and in other activities. And some do very well. And maybe, Grace, you can share your experience. I think you said everything. Exactly. It's very important to see the difference between football and your own environment. We all have projects. Some talk about it, some don't talk so much about it. Yes, Clara Matteo talked about it. I think it's great. We feel free as women because we are players, but we are women as well. It's great. It liberates us. We do other things than sports. Alice? One question for Grace. Can you tell us about Sakina? She's the other captain, and during decision, she changed position. She has a more important role now. So, is it special for her? Yes, Sakina. She's also part of the captains. She's an excellent player. She changed position, but it doesn't change her qualities. She's surprising. She's very technical. She has an excellent left foot. So she brings a lot to PSG and to the French team. She's very mature and she has a lot of games. She has a lot of experience. You can see that in the clubs or with the national team. So she takes even more and more room. She's like an executive. She's there for the young people. She's available and she continued to evolve a little bit like myself. Hello, Anna Caro for Fly Score. I have a question for you, Laurent. Before you say France, England, you said that those who would start, it's going to be different than the match with England, this match against Wales. There were some late players during the game. So these players, players, what do they bring? Some challenges? You will see a turnover tomorrow because we have 3 matches in 8 days. And in such a tough competition, such as this one, we need to optimize the athletic aspect and take into consideration fatigue and recovery. So, indeed, you will see some substitutions tomorrow. Yeah, the young players, they bring a lot of freshness and they are careless sometimes, but they're young, but they have a lot of experience as well with their own clubs. So when they're there, we're here to support them, to give them confidence. And if they're here, as my coach say, it's because they're important, they're very meaningful. We are 100% confidence in them. And this is why you've seen what they've done in the last appearances. Jerome, hello, Laurent and Grace. For everything and footers, I have a question, maybe a detail. At the beginning of the match against England, you were gathered as 23 and the English gathered as 11. What is it? Is it your initiative or is it the players' initiative? Uh, what does it mean? A collective for you? Yes, it's maybe a detail for you, but very good. Well observed. Yes. I would say that yes. It's not a detail. It's very, very important. The notion of group, we worked a lot on this. And when I see such attitudes of collective like that, I'm very pleased. Was it the players' initiative? Yes. We're here to support them and to guide them and to give them ideas and sometimes to correct them, but very much to encourage them. And I think they are the actors on the pitch. And we need to have this capacity to make them more independent sometimes. And apart from the time when I run alongside Selma, I was shouting throughout, but nobody was listening to me. So this is what we try to do with such players. They need to take responsibilities. We like that. And at the moment, so far, it's going very well on this aspect. Yes, you run. I saw. Yeah, we saw you were running alongside Selma. Yeah, I have to be careful for my heart, not to run too hard. But at that moment, I saw it was important for that corner. And sometimes it's important to help them because they are so much in the action that the players forget it. So I was telling Selma, go to the corner, go to the corner. These are little details, but that's quite meaningful, in such a game. We can see that sometimes in some games, some teams use this type of tips. They can use these type of things or cramps, anything. This is all the artifacts. They're quite important in order to go to the end, and to win. Siani, small question. w- we played only one day on this Euro. About this competition, are you surprised by some teams, or have you been confirmed in your ideas about some teams and some games? What do you think? Indeed, I do watch all matches when we do not play. I don't watch all of them 90 minutes because I've got meetings with my staff. But one team confirm what I thought of them. It's Switzerland. Because when we played against Switzerland, we won with a heavy game. But I already said it's a very young. They are very young players, and the coach is very experienced, and she was a great winner in the past. So it's a great compromise for this young generation. For the first game, you saw against Norway, unfortunately, two conceded goals for them and a lovely victory afterwards for Switzerland. This team is at home. They can make really the Swiss people proud. The Swiss people are supporting them, and I think it will be a surprising team, Switzerland. Yes. It's true. We try to watch, I'm sorry. Yes, when we're not in care or when we are free, we try to watch the other games and we watch them together. Truly, they are lovely, very, very good teams. Some lose, some win. It's tough when they lose, but nothing is completely over. So I think the qualifying rounds are not over. Julien, please. A question for you, Grace. Could you please present a little bit Tiniba? She plays at PSG also. What are her main qualities for Tiniba and what she is like in the group's life? Well, Tiniba, indeed, I play with her at PSG. She's a young player. She's shy in daily life, but she quite a teaser. And on the pitch, it's completely different. She's a very, brave, courageous. She's great. She's tough, and she's solid. And she does a lot of good in defense. She recovers a lot of balls. She's serene she's with the ball. She's able to stop the ball and play with the ball. She's very mature and experienced. She's a player who still wants to play and she's a listener. That's really great. And I'm behind her when it comes to communication. But because when you're in central defense, you have to give the information. And I find that she does it better and better. She's gaining confidence. She's on the international level. And I believe she will continue to learn and to evolve and to grow. And I'm behind her, and we all behind her. And the coach is very supportive of her. Support is positive for the team. Yes, she has a lot of positions actually for PSG on the side and different positions on the pitch. She's totally able to do that. She's very technical, she's very physical, she can work on the side, you know. She has this vision of the game, and she has many qualities. So, of course, she likes to be center defense, of course, but she has many capacities. And I know that she has a great margin of progression. Cyril, Laurent, at the end of the game against England, it was really, really tough. And you talk about Selma. In a few moments, Selma was on the line. Al Hassin was saving some balls. And with Melwin, performance, what does it show actually? This capacity to hold on, to be solid up to the end, up till the last seconds, and that's something you gain in the last months with your staff and your preparation. Yes, you can interpret it this way. We held on, yes. And the teams and the players have shown amazing values of solidarity and courage and selflessness. But still, we still need to continue to progress. We don't want to be in that position not very often, okay? And maybe we want to score goals. Maybe we could have scored goals. However, these games are very intense with a lot of adversity on the other side. And in this case, it's good to keep the score and to show our own value. It shows that we are able as well against Brazil. We were 2-0 and it could have gone the wrong way. And the team held tough, and it held to the end. And it was the same with England. And it was the same against Brazil. They showed all the qualities to reverse the trend and to get the result. We wanted to improve ourselves when we look with the friendly matches in the autumn. We managed to set up that with the Nation League, with a lot of this. But indeed, yes, it shows that we must never relax, even to the last minute of the match. Don't think it's all acquired. Siani, question for you both. Laurent, you say that it's you are worthy to finish. What are the strengths against Pedial? Did you already play against this team? This team of Pedial, well, are very experienced, with a point. With Fishlock, she's 38, and let's see if Holland, the Liverpool player, might have a cramp. We don't know, you know. So did she have a tear? We don't know. We shall see tomorrow. She's an important player in the Welsh team. This Welsh team is a collective. It's a real block. They are very compact and they don't leave a lot of spaces in between the lines. And I believe they have the capacity to come out with the ball if we do not stop them. And they can play deep if necessary. So I think that we need to raise our level of vigilance to really have a high performance. Did you play against them? Yes, yes, as Laurent said. It's a very strong team, this Welsh team, as the collective. We need to go around them. They don't let go very easily. Up to the end of the game, they can be aggressive. They don't leave a lot of spaces. So we need to find this space, these passes. We need to be patient. Yeah, I think we need to be patient. We need to be very prepared against this game. Is that good for everybody? Last question. A question on the choice of training before the match. You train twice, not on the pitch that you will play tomorrow. What's the difference for you? Why do you this, you know? So, for example, in the Champion Leagues, sometimes you train on the pitch, but what's the difference if you don't train on the pitch where you will play? Truly, it doesn't change very much at the end of the day. It's still a training the night before the game. We do adversity, we do tactics, we do the game. No, it's not that important, the pitch. It's more about our mentality and our state of preparation. Of course, it's good when we are on the pitch, we might have better reference points, but it doesn't make a big difference.